So, thank you, Bhavna. You've been our gracious guest before as well, last year when we were just getting started with KhyenChen. And I remember you made mother pulao for us at that time. And I still remember I messed up mine. But thank you so much for being our guest once again. It's really a pleasure to have you. And I don't even have to introduce you, everybody already knows you. You've literally cornered the market as everyone is vouching for your achar and everything else, right? They cater food from you all over the US. I've tasted your food in a friend's house who catered your stuff on a party, and it was amazing. And you need no introduction. You grew up in Kashmir, and you were caught up in the nostalgia of this flavorful food, this wonderful kind cuisine that we call Kashmiri Wazwan, and this was your passion. And you went to the extent of actually uh, saying goodbye to your corporate job to
Yes.
take this up as a passion and a career. And you did complete justice to it, and you are shining by the day. It is such a pleasure to have you. And just in case anybody doesn't know, um, she is the owner and founder of Nanyabata.
Yeah.
Nanibat,
Yeah,
nanibat.com. So if you can always ping her, she's a text away. The most humble person I've seen in our KhyenChen group, very close friend. So good to know you as a person as well. But feel free to visit her website and order whatever you wish. And if you have any questions, just feel free to pass on those questions to her. She'll be more than happy to answer them for you. So today, you are making the historical Monnj achar. You're going to teach us how to make kohlrabi achar. Kohlrabi, as we call it in our American stores here. So I used to hear as a kid that it needs a specific personality to put the achar together. I don't know how far it's true. I don't think it's true. It might be a myth because knowing you, how soft and kind you are, I think your achars come out equally well because they would say, like, इंसान बहुत तेज nature का होना
तेज होना
चाहिए.
चाहिए, हाँ.
And that's what I've
Right,
heard
right.
from my old elders.
Yeah.
So we just, put the myth away. It's debunked the myth, rather. So go ahead. Floor is all yours. Thank you once again. And thank you to everybody who joined. Go ahead, Bhavna.
Thank you so
Maybe Tez nahi, but we can say we need women of personality to be able to,
Good
kick
one.
off the flavors. So
Good one. The first
Yeah.
one who made might have been a Tez woman, but that's what they actually
Yeah.
meant.
I guess when women had a personality, they were considered theys. That was the way of
Exactly.
Right.
like women who had a personality.
Good point.
That's what I was
Yes.
telling ना कि my grandmother बहुत वो थी तेज बहुत, तो इसलिए like सब लोग उसके पास आते थे कि अथ लग ना आंचार ऐसे आंचार अथ लगे हुए थे.
Thank
And
you
I
so
think-
much, everyone. Sorry.
No, I was just going to add that apart from food, you also cater to masala. Like, if we need masala, chai, tea, chai patti, and those kind of things,
Or Hoksyun.
or hoksun, you do all those kind of things also. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. Very humbling, and I'm almost embarrassed right now. But thank you for kind words, and really, really appreciate it, and it humbles me. So as you know, we are going to make kohlrabi pickle. Kohlrabi in India, we call it in pretty different names in different parts of the world. So this is how it looks when it's whole. Small bulbs with the leaves. It's also called gant gobi, naval khol, and in Kashmiri we call it manjha. Manjha is the bulb and hak is the leaf. So for this pickle, like everything else, we cut it into bite-sized cubes, and the leaves also are generally, if the leaves are small, do not cut it, and if they are really big, then into big pieces. And we have to dry this up to dry up the excess water in the vegetable. I think I would recommend only for 2 days if it's really sunny. After 2 days, if you leave it on, the shell becomes pretty hard because we cut it with the shell, with the peel on. So I'll show you how we cut it. This is how we've cut it. These are like one bite size. And the haq, because these were smaller, I've left them the way they are. This is optional. Some people don't like the null as in the stems, but I do put it. So this is almost about 1.5 pounds of kohlrabi. So this is how we get the bunch. So it comes to somewhere between 1 and 1.5 when you cut it. So we take, now let me show you the ingredients. This is our own Kashmiri red chili powder. Then we have dhania, whole coriander seeds. We have the brown mustard. This is the smaller brown, jo achar mein jata hai, it's that dry. And we have the salt and mustard oil. It's the kachi ghani mustard oil. So for this amount, for 1.5 pounds of achar, I would take 2 to 3 heapful spoons of red chili. I take 1 full spoon of salt. Depending on how salty you want, you can even add half more. The ratio between the coriander seeds and the mustard seeds is, if I put 3 full spoons of mustard seed, coriander seeds, I would do 1.5 of brown ones. So this is generally our dry masala. We start with 1/2 cup of mustard oil, and I'm going to use my hand for this.
Bhavna, you did not warm up the oil first, right? It's
yes, no, it has to be kacha.
okay.
That is what gives that sting in the achar.
Okay.
So this is how. Can you see the? Yeah. You
Mhm.
can see.
Yeah.
This is how it should be. Not too oily, and then you start putting the.
So इसमें yellow mustard नहीं पड़ता, only brown.
Only
right?
brown. Only brown. Yellow mustard has an inherent sweetish characteristics to it. It's not too stingy.
Mm.
And this brown one is a little more sour than the black one. That's why we use this for the achars. We don't put the kali rai, the black mustard, in the achar.
As we say in Kashmiri, Tsakir Shasanat.
Achwanan asur.
Asur, right?
Mm.
धनिया को बोलते हैं दानुवल, and इसको बोलते हैं आसुर. Asur has the SAR agent in it. This is very easy, and that's it. There is to it. And then I'll take a glass bottle, and I will put in it. I will not add this oil right now. Rest of the oil. We will add that oil when we'll put it out in sun for a couple of days. After that, on the 3rd or 4th day, you can fill it up with oil.
Is there a reason why you don't do it now?
When the heat gets into the bottle,
Mhm.
the heat and that moisture is what cooks the achar
Ferments achar, right?
on the first couple of days. And once it's slightly cooked and it gets a little softer, जो भी इसमें से पानी निकलना होता है वो निकल के सूख जाता है, and then you put the oil. That oil is a preservative then. This is all masala that it needs right now to cook. और धूप से जो ये moisture create होगा अंदर, धूप से इसका जो पानी निकलेगा, उसी में ये cook होता है generally. फिर जब वो थोड़ा सा सूख जाता है उसके ऊपर आप ऑयल डालो and then the achar stays for a longer time. I'm trying to squeeze as much as I can so that there's not much air in the bottle. Not bad. I did that. Okay. So this is how we have it right now. मसाला ऊपर से डाल देते हैं. So like this, इसको हम धूप में रखेंगे 1-2 दिन. आप देखोगे जब अच्छी धूप होगी तो इसमें थोड़ा सा you'll see the bubbles coming up. That's kind of the fermentation happening. This is how it is. Put it out in sun for a couple of days and then add almost maybe 1.5 जितना इसमें तेल, you can top it up.
So to begin with, in the mix there, how much oil do you think you used? For
I think, 1.5 cups.
okay.
1.5 cups I used. Depending on आपने और कितना quantity रखा होगा. So as long as everything is nicely coated in masala and oil, that is what you need in the beginning. क्योंकि अभी जब धूप लगेगी ये shrink हो जाएगा, इसमें से पानी निकलेगा, वो सूखेगा, वो थोड़ा नीचे आएगा. Then you'll know how much oil you need after that. So ideally you should just top it up with oil. फिर काफी देर रहता है. अगर कम तेल होगा, वो generally और soft और soggy होता जाएगा. So oil acts as a preservative in that. And once it's done, it takes, in a good weather, it takes 2 weeks for it to get ready. In a colder weather, हमारा वाला colder weather 3 weeks. But for you, I'm sure it'll take a little more. तो आप इसको ना, जहाँ पे आप stove है आपका,
गैस के पास,
हाँ, पीछे रख दो, so थोड़ा बहुत warmth लगती रहती है. And after 3 weeks, just put it in the refrigerator. That keeps it crunchy. It doesn't get soggy. And then you can enjoy it as you can with white batta.
Nice. And you purely sun-dried it, right? In the beginning?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
You can do that. Don't do it in the oven. I haven't tried the air fryer because in the oven, it sweats. It doesn't dry up well. After oven से उसको बाहर निकालो, you'll see slimy सा थोड़ा हो जाता है because it's sweating. It's not really dry.
Right.
It's all about this manjak achar.
Wow, you made it sound
Make us
so
spoil you,
easy.
Bhavna. I'm just like
आपको पता है कश्मीर में बहुत ठंड होती थी और जब ये खेचमावस होती थी. So my grandfather, who was otherwise very disciplined in his eating, he would want to have this with the khetsu, the khichdi. तो वो मम्मी को बोलते थे, वो मम्मी उनके लिए थोड़ा सा फ्लैश फ्राई करती थी अचार और देती थी उनको. तो उनको लगता था इससे जुकाम नहीं होगा.
oh, like a cooked, जो मतलब बना अचार like
तो कश्मीर में बहुत ठंडा होता था ना ये और एकदम सिट्रिक खट्टा हो जाता था. So just to take off that cold and acidity a little bit, mummy would flash fry and give it to him, and trust me, that was amazingly delicious. Pretty surprised that वैसे भी खाते थे लोग ये अचार. So that was all for the achar. See, look, it's very
इसमें कुछ भी और कश्मीरी spices नहीं पड़ते हैं. I mean, we don't put shont and Vardhan and all in this at all.
Short has a tendency to make things a little more pungent. You already have mustard oil for that.
Stirred in it, right?
एंड क्या बनाता था बदाम तो गला देगा जल्दी.
अच्छा.
So you don't need that, and this is the pure khalis taste of achar, the way we make it in Kashmir.
Right. Wow.
Variation is that जैसे ये coriander seeds है, मैं whole डालती हूँ, लोग थोड़ा सा उसको break करके डालते हैं.
हाँ भावना, मुझे एक क्वेश्चन था because my husband Navneet, he's very fond of this achara, I told you. तो वो कह रहे थे कि जब वो श्रीनगर में खाते थे तो उसमें ये दानवल नहीं होता था, but इससे मुझे टेस्ट लगा बहुत ज्यादा अच्छा. It had added to it. So did you start adding it के असली मोंजान चार उसमें चित्रावान?
नहीं, हम तो शुरू से ही, what I know of achar always had this.
अच्छा,
but
okay.
There are people who don't put it, they only put
right. Because उससे ना coriander seeds से उससे और भी tasty हो गया था. I felt that कि मुझे उसको भी बहुत पसंद आया, but he was saying कि if he remembers correctly तो शायद coriander seeds नहीं होते थे. तो मैंने वही सोचा कि maybe आपने वो add किया है additional thing तो.
नहीं, this is how I learned
okay.
it. This is how I've always had it in Kashmir also.
Yeah.
Seen my mom make it, so this was.
Got it.
What did was वो थोड़ा सा कूटती थी.
कूट के हाँ. But वो बहुत tasty है. I don't know, whatever, it looks very simple, but तेरे हाथों में तो कुछ magic है. I have to tell you that.
Yes, that's what it is. Yeah, we may learn how to make it, but you have the magical touch.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, but ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. I'm sure you all can make it very simply and it will be equally delicious. So
Try कर सकते हैं.
Absolutely.
I'm going to try for sure. मैंने
गोभी का भी ऐसे ही करना है. गोभी का जो अचार है उसको आप 2-3 दिन सुखा दो, पर उतना नहीं कि वो blackish हो जाए. 2 days is sufficient, and then you have to do the same thing. And if you are in a hurry, just blanch the gobi one day and then put it out in sun for 3-4 hours. And do the same thing for gobi also.
Wow.
Nadru as well. Nadru को भी blanch कर दो दिन and 2-3 घंटे के लिए सुखा दो and then do the same thing. All will come out really well.
Beautiful. Beautiful. You make it sound easy. I'm sure everybody doesn't need that trick of the trade, but we can try. We definitely can try.
I tried once, but I don't think I used enough oil.
Achha.
I was trying to make diet achar, but नहीं बनता है.
Then you should make that in very small quantity so that you can just finish it up faster. Because the more you keep it, it will keep getting solid.
Absolutely.
See, उसका मुझे टेंशन नहीं है. वो तो हम मतलब वो शुरू करते एक बार खाना, फिर आदत, फिर वो छोड़ते नहीं जब तक खत्म किया. उतने दिन नहीं लास्ट करता है.
He is not even Kashmiri. और वो पता है इसका मसाला निकाल के खाते हैं.
Wow.
He's pretty fond of the masala and I'm like, wow.
No, it is delicious. I think बाकी अचारों में शायद प्याज वगैरह पड़ते हैं और maybe सौंफ वगैरह पड़ता है पंजाबी अचार्स में. That's what makes the difference of flavor. I'm just wondering what is the difference in the flavor, because I used to think इसमें कश्मीरी spices पड़ते हैं, which you're not putting. So
I think आम का अचार है उसमें सौंफ पड़ता है. I think it makes it a little sweet, क्योंकि सौंफ का जो है I don't know,
is sweeter and it helps it to soften faster.
Right.
That is what it is there. उसमें मेथी भी पड़ती है. एक आम के अचार में वो लोग
right, मेथी भी पड़ती है. Yes, मेथी seeds.
Nice.
You know, these all methi seeds and all, they are the preservatives as well. सौंफ भी है, मेथी भी है. In a way, a particular combination में they act as preservatives.
Right. And probably a little bit of softeners too, right?
Yeah. Keri, the raw mango is very hard to soften, ripe नहीं होता है वो जल्दी. So these things act as, softeners.
और इसमें आपने you used 1:2 ratio for dhania seeds and the rye, right?
Half. Yeah. If I use 1 spoon of dhania, I use half spoon of rye.
Yeah, right.
And no hard and fast rule, You can even do ulta. Rye ज़्यादा डाल दो और वो आधा डाल दो. So ऐसा कुछ
I think chat पे कोई
brown
chat पे पूछ रहे हैं कोई, is rye, what is the exact name And is it available in Indian market?
Yes, it is brown mustard. Indian markets, they say achar wali rai. I mean, for achar rai, they write it for achars.
I think there are two kinds. एक mustard होता है, एक राई होता है. Rye is smaller and mustard is a little bigger.
So both are called rai.
Yeah.
एक को काली राई कहते हैं, एक को लाल राई कहते हैं. लाल राई generally pickles के लिए use होता है. We don't put it in food.
Okay. So the one that we will buy, what will we buy? Like from lal rai? Okay.
This is lal and it's smaller in size.
Yeah.
Can you see the black mustard? It's in the salad. This is very small compared to the black rye that we have.
Yeah, exactly. Because there are two kinds available on the shelves.
Yeah.
तो हमने छोटी वाली
Indian stores में brown rye के ऊपर लिखा होता है कि अचार for अचार. I'll show you the black one as well, so you can compare the sizes, and the color is extremely, different. You can identify it pretty easily. And the packing पे भी लिखा होता है.
Now I'm wondering whether I use the right one for my South Indian cooking. वही पैकेट भी उठाती हूँ हमेशा, but
I think Indu for like जैसे South Indian cooking के लिए जो थोड़ी बड़ी वाली, if you like, it's a relative term बड़ी वाली. If you see the two packets, एक थोड़ी सी छोटी होती है और एक थोड़ी सी बड़ी होती है.
But I buy both. I buy the small and big ones.
Big one.
South Indian cooking के लिए we have to use the big one, correct?
I think so.
कुछ लोग छोटा भी use करते हैं पृथ्वी, because depending on the dish, I sometimes use a small one or black.
Oh yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
And this is the brown one.
Yeah.
You see, it's pretty different.
Yeah, I think this is Tanya. I think in Dubai the smaller ones I use more like in Hyderabadi kind of cuisine. And I think the Tamilian cuisine is more the bigger ones.
The bigger one, Karnataka maybe.
It has more flavor. I think more aroma, the bigger one. Probably.
I think so.
And the flavor is entirely different than the brown one.
Brown.
Correct. Bhavna ji, this is Tanya. Thank you. This was a really easy tutorial. So hopefully we are able to replicate. I live on the East Coast. So for our weather, if I keep the Monnj in the sun, but indoors, if I keep it indoors, but there's sun streaming through the window, will that work or it has to be
much
outside?
better actually. It will give it the greenhouse effect and dry it faster.
Oh, okay. That's better then. Okay.
Yes.
Great. Okay. Thank you. And same thing for the bottled achar, right? I can stick it. Thank you.
You're welcome. Any more questions?
I want to say it was mouth-watering. I mean, I've got saliva all over now. Thank you so much. It was it looks so easy. I have to try it.
Yes, please do. And let me know how it works.
Definitely.
Yes, we all should try and let her know whether we were able to replicate her magic.
I can tell you कि अगर
और बाबा के हाथ का भी ले खाना ना तो फिर पता चलेगा कि कभी कहाँ पे है.
Right, exactly.
That's a benchmark.
Right? Yeah. पहले खुद भी बनाते हैं और फिर उनके हाथ का भी खाते हैं, फिर देखते हैं डिफरेंस क्या है. Because कुछ भी करो, मैंने काफी के हाथों का बनाया हुआ खाया, but sorry, I'm mesmerized with what she makes.
Wow.
Thank you.
Bhavna. So nice of you. And of course, it's recorded. It's going to be there for all our children and grandchildren to watch.
Yeah.
It's so commendable that you're doing. I mean, these are magic, videos for everybody, down the generation. So
yeah, probably by tomorrow we'll have it on the YouTube. So
yeah,
we put up the link and people who missed it can watch it.
That's lovely.
Yeah.
Would that be the same link for all your previous recipes? I missed a lot of it, and I used to see that they're very interesting dishes.
We will put the YouTube link on Hocus Pocus and the KhyenChen chat groups.
Okay.
And yeah.
All right.
You take it from there.
They're all on the KOA. If you go to YouTube, Kashmiri Overseas channel,
okay,
it's there. And if you subscribe to it,
then
it'll come in your feed automatically.
All right. Thank you so much.
Awesome, Malaji. Hope your husband feels better.
Yes.
Or,
love and prayers, Malaji.
Thank you. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you all very
Alright.
much.
Thank you,
Bhavna.
Bhavna.
See you soon
Thank you
again.
everyone for joining.
Thank you. Thank
Thank
you
you
all.
so much.
Bye.
All right. You guys have a
I'll see you
beautiful
together,
weekend.
Vinny. Yeah. Thank you.
Bye, Bhavna.
Thanks,
Bye.
Vinny.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.